You are welcome to the Bread of Life channel. This is a channel that talks more about the end time, what is happening now, and what will happen at the end of the age. Today we want to look at why America is supporting Israel against Palestinian in current war. Please make sure you watch this video to the end, and God will bless you. Also, subscribe, like, and share to all your friends and family for more videos. Thank you. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a complex and ongoing today. We tackle a subject that has stirred global debate and touched countless lives: the American support for Israel in its ongoing conflict with Palestine. In this video we delve into the intricate web of politics, beliefs, and historical ties that shape America's stance in this modern-day war. We will explore the current state of Israel and Palestine, the shifting sentiments within America, and the potential implications for the future. Join us on this journey as we unravel the complexities of the Israel-Palestine conflict and America's role in it. To understand the present, we must first delve into the past. Let's turn back the hands of time to the aftermath of World War II. The world, still reeling from the horrors of the Holocaust, witnessed the birth of a new nation, Israel. This was largely due to the Balfour Declaration of 1917 and the subsequent United Nations decision to partition Palestine into Jewish and Arab states in 1947. However, the formation of Israel was not without its complications. A significant number of Palestinians found themselves displaced from their homes, leading to a refugee crisis that has persisted to this day. The displacement of Palestinians sparked a conflict that has ebbed and flowed over the decades but never fully resolved. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been marked by numerous wars and intifadas, or uprisings, with both sides suffering immense loss and hardship. Key events such as the Six-Day War in 1967 and the First and Second Intifadas have left deep scars and shaped the current state of affairs. The conflict has largely revolved around issues of land and sovereignty, with both Israelis and Palestinians laying claim to the same territories. Jerusalem, a city sacred to both Jews and Muslims, has been a particular point of contention. Over the years, numerous attempts at peace have been made with varying degrees of success. The Oslo Accords of the 90s, for instance, were seen as a significant step forward, but ultimately failed to bring about a lasting resolution. The situation has been further complicated by the involvement of external powers, each with their own interests and agendas. The United States in particular has played a significant role in the conflict, often siding with Israel due to strategic, political, and religious reasons. This historical backdrop sets the stage for the involvement of international powers, specifically America, in the conflict. America's involvement in the Israel-Palestine conflict is multifaceted and complex. It's a relationship that spans decades and has been shaped by a variety of political, economic, and religious factors. On the political front, Israel is seen as a strategic ally in the Middle East. Since its creation in the late 40s, the country has been a bulwark against anti-American sentiment in the region, providing a crucial foothold for American interests. This strategic alliance has been fortified by shared democratic values and common adversaries, making Israel an essential partner in a volatile part of the world. Economically, the relationship holds significant weight too. Israel is one of the largest recipients of American foreign aid, much of which is spent on purchasing American-made military equipment. This has not only helped to ensure Israel's military strength, but it's also been a boon for the U.S. defense industry, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth back home. And then there's the religious dimension. The American Jewish community has long advocated for strong U.S. support of Israel. Yet, it's not just the Jewish community that has a vested interest in Israel's well-being. A sizable portion of American evangelical Christians, driven by their interpretation of biblical prophecy, see the preservation of Israel as a religious imperative. This has added another layer of complexity to America's stance on the conflict. However, the role of America in this conflict isn't solely dictated by political maneuvering, economic gain, or religious conviction. The narrative is also shaped by public sentiment, by the hearts and minds of everyday Americans. And as we'll see in the next scene, those sentiments are beginning to shift. However, it's not just about politics and economics. Public sentiment plays a crucial role too. Public opinion in America towards the Israel-Palestine conflict is not static, it's evolving. Over the past few decades, there's been a subtle but significant shift in the American public sentiment. Traditionally, American sympathies have largely leaned towards Israel. However, a rising tide of empathy for the Palestinian cause is becoming more and more evident. This shift is not happening in isolation. It's being influenced by evolving social movements and changing demographics. The social unrest that followed the murder of George Floyd, for instance, has led to a renewed conversation about systemic oppression. Many Americans are now drawing parallels between this domestic issue and the situation in Palestine, leading to a surge in empathy for the Palestinian cause. Another key factor is the changing demographic landscape of America. The younger generation, which is more diverse and globally connected than ever before, is increasingly critical of Israel's actions. They are more inclined to question the traditional narrative and demand a more nuanced understanding of the conflict. This shift is also reflected in the political landscape. Progressive politicians are increasingly vocal about their concerns regarding the Israeli government's actions. Figures like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders have openly criticized Israel's handling of the conflict, calling for restraint and expressing concerns about the potential loss of Palestinian lives. This growing criticism is not confined to the progressive wing of American politics. Even among conservative circles, voices of dissent are beginning to emerge. For instance, Texas Governor Greg Abbott recently urged schools to use state-provided resources to teach about the war between Israel and Hamas. The aim? To combat misinformation and prejudice, and foster a more balanced understanding of the conflict. As public sentiment shifts, so does the narrative around the conflict. The traditional American narrative, which has typically favored Israel, is being increasingly questioned. The growing empathy for the Palestinian cause is reshaping the conversation, pushing for a more balanced and nuanced understanding of this complex issue. As the American public becomes more informed and empathetic, perhaps we can hope for a more constructive role in the resolution of this conflict. The future of American support for Israel is uncertain and depends on multiple factors. As we dive deeper into the 21st century, we find ourselves in a world that's constantly changing, and this includes the intricate dynamics of international relations. One potential scenario is the continuation of a strong alliance between the United States and Israel. This enduring bond, rooted in shared democratic values, strategic interests and historical ties, could remain steadfast. However, the implications of this scenario are complex. On one hand, it could ensure Israel's security and stability in a volatile region. On the other hand, it could exacerbate the Israel-Palestine conflict, especially if perceived as a lack of impartiality. Another possible future sees America shifting towards a more balanced approach in the Middle East. This could involve the U.S. taking a more active role in mediating peace between Israel and Palestine, and fostering an environment conducive to a two-state solution. This scenario could potentially decrease tensions and contribute to long-term stability, but it would require significant diplomatic effort and the willingness of all parties to compromise. A third scenario could be a decrease in American support for Israel. This might stem from a variety of factors like a shift in public opinion, changes in the geopolitical landscape, or a reassessment of American foreign policy priorities. Such a shift could have far-reaching implications. While it could potentially pressure Israel into making concessions for peace, it could also create a power vacuum in the region with unpredictable consequences. These scenarios are not exhaustive, and the reality could be a blend of these possibilities or something entirely different. The impact on the Israel-Palestine conflict in the broader Middle East would be profound, regardless of the direction America chooses to take. As we ponder these potential futures, we must remember that the ultimate goal should be peace, justice, and security for all people in the region. Only time will tell how America's role in the Israel-Palestine conflict will evolve. The Israel-Palestine conflict and America's role in it is a complex and contentious issue. We've journeyed through the historical context, tracing the roots of this age-old conflict. We've seen how the United States has become a key player, lending its support to Israel for strategic, political, and ideological reasons, intertwined with the influence of Christian Zionism. Yet, we've also witnessed a shift, a changing American sentiment. More and more people are expressing sympathy for the Palestinian cause, inspired by a growing awareness and understanding of the human rights issues at stake. This shift is not confined to public opinion alone but is beginning to reflect in the political landscape as well, with progressive lawmakers voicing their concerns about the conflict. Looking ahead, we explored potential future scenarios. Will America continue its steadfast support for Israel, or will the tides turn? The answer remains uncertain, influenced by a multitude of factors that range from geopolitical developments to domestic policy changes. In the end, the Israel-Palestine conflict is not just about land or religion, it's about people, about justice, about the hope for a peaceful coexistence. As we grapple with these complexities, it's crucial to foster dialogue, promote understanding, and challenge our preconceptions. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more video. God bless you for watching.